Hello, hello. I am doing live agent calls. This is Ingrid Hernandez. This whole week, we've been doing the No One Left Behind challenge with Pace Morby, Jamil Damji, and the team did such a good job at making appointments that I am taking the overflow of appointments this morning. Forgive the bags. I was up late working. This is an incredible week, which means things get a little compressed. But anyway, we are going to be calling agents this morning and showing people what it looks like to call agents. Again, I'm a licensed agent in the state of Arizona. You're a one-party record state, basically, as long as you're a principal to the party or principal to the call, which I am. So we're going to go through calls that this team set up and then see what we can do from there. Now, let me see if I can get into my CRM. Hopefully everybody's having a great week. If you guys are here on the live, thank you so much, because this was not something I had necessarily planned. I just figured trying to see what I can do for the team and see how many more contracts we can get, given the fact that we didn't do all our calls. We got tons of overflow, and I want to make sure that we get some more deals on the table. Okay, here we go. Looking at my calendar so I can start making these calls. Okay, I need to call this agent. Okay, set up. Okay, wonderful. We're going to call Pamela. All right, 241. Sitting in the kitchen at the Keegley office because every other space is being taken. We overworked the AC unit yesterday. Wild. Hey, Sharon, thanks for the note. A better experience will be had on YouTube, but yes, thanks for being here. Let's see.
Hi, this is Pamela. I am away from my phone right now, so please leave me a message.
I'm going to text Pamela and see what is up. So it's 9:10 here in Arizona. We agents are just waking up, so may not be ready to take these calls already. All right. Agents have worse answer rates than the sellers. Supposed to be another hot one today. Oh, of course, it's Arizona in the summer. Let's see here. We're going to call Alan. Oh, okay. I didn't quite miss it. I'm going to text Pamela while we're here, because it rang and rang. So usually it's not that they're ignoring. Hi, Pamela. Was calling back about property in Mesa. Please let me know when you can chat. Thanks. And then one of the things that I do is I actually say I'm with my brokerage, because I'm always licensed. And that gives me a benefit when I'm talking to people, because it automatically edifies me. So most agents, like, of course, out of respect, we talk to each other. So putting Pamela in my phone real quick. And AZ agent. So many things that you have, like, man. It's in the CRM, but it's easier to have it in my phone. So while we're doing this, if anybody has questions, because as you can see, sometimes when you're calling these agents, it's a lot of dead time. So I just woke up, so I'm not as entertaining as I normally am. We're trying to do a deal with one of the people here who's here for the No One Left Behind challenge. So, Marco, hola Marco Rivera. It's been a minute, homie. I miss you, dude. You're so great. We were telling everybody who's here for the No One Left Behind challenge. I go, promise you, you'll meet some of your like best friends in here. Marco's one of those good guys you meet in here. Marco Rivera. Okay. All right, let's make our next call. Boom, boom, boom. This is what Jamil was saying when we were calling, right? Like, I know we have these scheduled, but sometimes it's just better just to call, even though you're ahead of schedule. All right. Oh, New River. Oh, New River. New River's north in Arizona. But it also means sometimes your signal doesn't work.
This is Alan Robertson with HomeSmart Realty. Sorry I missed your call.
All right, calling again. Super cute. It's like a little cabin looking house.
This is Alan Robertson with HomeSmart Realty. Sorry I missed your call. I'll get right back with you. I'm either on.
Well, another 0 for 2. What's hilarious is like so many people were pushing so hard. Oh my gosh, you need to call my agent back. And then we call them back and they don't answer. Like, hopefully that gives you some perspective on how people's brains are around this. Let's see. Oh, I had a follow up with Jamil too. I actually don't know if. Actually, you know what? Let me call this agent because there's a house that the guy's ready for a cash offer and ready to accept a specific offer, but I don't know if it's fire damage property or not. So he's like, it's fire damage, right? I'm like, actually, I don't know. The sale range is pretty tough. 175. Ugh. Huh. It's in the hood. Hi, Rachel. Some cool people get to just walk right by me. Marco Rivera, we should chat, girl. Just locked in an industrial deal in Texas with a raise of $45.1 million. Woo woo! I'm super excited about my biggest raise deal yet. Wonderful. Not being an agent, how should I best represent myself when making these calls? Well, part of what you learn when you're here is you just represent you as you. One of the things that we talked about was being a licensed agent can be something that you communicate as your strength. And then when you are not a licensed person, then you communicate that as your strength. It's however you position the sales pitch of who you are. It honestly doesn't matter. So, hi, how are you? Good. That was Rich, Owners Club president. Anywho. All right. I actually think this agent would be spicy. Okay. let's see. Call the next one, I guess. Nobody's answering. I am stacked for right now from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. I'm stacked, and I might just get through these in an hour if nobody's answering. Home is not off market. San Mesa, open to a cash offer. Okay. Wait, what? These two different addresses. Maybe this agent has more than one address. If an agent is willing to give you more than one address, that's usually a good sign. Oops, I did some sort of crazy copy. Let's see. I'm looking this up because I don't know what house I'm actually calling on. So, hello. Okay, a lot of people are going to be walking by. I'm going to say a lot of hellos because people are walking by. All right. In the meantime, drop your questions. Just a reminder, if you have a deal you want to submit, go to ingridhernandez.com. My first name is spelled INGRYD, last name Hernandez. So you can you can submit your deals. My team will review them. My integrator, Bobby, he's the one helping me with all those opportunities. Okay, on Instagram, Lorenzo says, I have a lady with a few properties that are listed and she's looking to sell. I can send you her number. Maybe we can work something out. Let's do it, Lorenzo. Let's do it. Come to YouTube if you can't hear me, Lorenzo. There's quite a few people watching, so I don't know why you can't hear me. You might be in your car, your Bluetooth being goofy. I don't know. All right, let's see here. Let's call this lady and let's see what's happening. Let's just stir some stuff up. Let these people know too. I'm live on YouTube calling the overflow appointments. Just an FYI. All right. Okay. Calling NOLB leads. All right. Next one. 6079. Let's see, we're calling Elena here.
Hello, you've reached Elena with West.
No one is answering, literally. All right, we'll call your person, Lorenzo.
Hello, you've reached
OMG. This is wild. Literally. My notes for each one of these have been no one is answering. Okay. All right, let's call your person, Lorenzo. Let's see what's happening. 761.
Okay, you're right.
All right, Lorenzo, I'm calling her Maria. You just gave her some marketing. Oh, just FYI, you're on YouTube. No, just letting you know.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Yeah. I'm staying over here because if I have to plug in, the plug is right there. It's calling.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Literally.
The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please
I'm gonna
record
leave her a
your
message.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Lorenzo. Excuse me. Hello, Maria. This is Ingrid. Lorenzo asked me to call you about some listings that you have and seeing how we might be able to help you. I'm a licensed agent and investor out here in Arizona, and I look for opportunities that create a win-win situation. If you can give me a call back, my phone number is 480-227. All right. Okay, I left her a voicemail, Lorenzo. So you can hear? So confused. Let's see here. Guys, I'm like going right through all these calls. I thought I was going to be cut down. All right, every single one of those have been a no call. No notes on this one. Okay. In the meantime, ask your questions. Happy to see how I can help. As you'll see on my name in YouTube, it's ingridhernandez.com. If you have deals, you can submit them through there. Let's see here. Right on. Steve, let's see. All right. Will they answer? The number that was on there. Yes. Steve. I didn't start calling until after 9. Oh, let's talk about Bird Dog after this, Deborah, because it's an interesting concept. Oh, thanks, Isaac.
Hi, this is Steve. I'm at our call away from the desk. This is your name.
No one has answered. Everyone's been in a tizzy about me calling their agents, and no one has answered. I think this is my 5th or 6th call. This is hilarious. Hilarious. If you guys could see, like, I'll call them the freshmen. They're like, no, you have to call my agent. You have to. And then no one's answering. All right. All right. So, Deborah, you asked, are you looking for people to bird dog? The answer is technically no. I want people to send me actual deals. I want them to actually put in the effort, put some work in there, grease up their approach. And here's why. I get the same opportunity maybe between 5 and 10 times. And for me, that's work because I'm lean. I have a very lean team, and to have to look and look for opportunities that people are sending me, and it's the exact same thing. And now they want, and the wholesaler who hacked the deal actually already texted it to me or emailed it to me. And then now this bird dog is sending it to me without doing any analysis or nothing. And now I have to pay them. So it's been a little bit difficult. I think what I might start doing, and I think Andrew, Sub2 Drew out of Texas is starting to do this, is he's actually teaching bird dogs how to look at deals so that you're not wasting people's time. So what I would like is ideally somebody having underwritten the opportunity, making sure it's an actual opportunity, and then sending it over. That would be the best. Even in the notes that you send me the deal on my my website, say, hey, I underwrote it. This is definitely a deal. Here's how I know. Like, that would be way more value add than not doing anything at all. So truly. So yeah, we might start doing some underwriting, maybe on, like, I don't know, Saturdays or something. We'll see. I have kids, so I have to be very careful with how much time I commit everywhere else. Thanks, Christina. It's very sweet of you. Like I said, we run lean on purpose because we're buyers. Like, we're first buyers. So 4:30, good with Preston, the husband Bill. Be there. Thank you. Cool. Okay. All right. I have a property out in Buckeye that we have buyers for, and it's been like pulling teeth to get, yes, 4:30 works, to get this agent to coordinate a time that works for the buyers. Yes, 4:30 p.m. works. It's a house that we are wholesaling sub to a homestead family. And so that's the way we're selling it. Yes, 4:30 works. Please send the, do you want me to still to put through aligned? And guess what, guys? Only if you're a licensed agent can you coordinate some of this. And if you can't, then you technically should team up with an agent that can help you with a lot of lockbox stuff. All right, cool. So let's see here. We had another no answer. Okay. We're down here. We haven't had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 no answers by agents. Not necessarily at 10:15. Okay. All right. All right. Let's go. Who likes land?
Hello, this is Susie.
Hi, Susie. This is Ingrid. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Good, thank you. I believe I was scheduled to call you this morning to talk to you about potential lots as well as the one you have on 55th Street. Is that correct?
Correct. I have 3 right there. They're all right next to each other. They total 4.5 acres.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, cool.
What would you like to know?
Well, let's see what MLS may not have. I will tell you this. I'm a newbie when it comes to land. I've sold land. I've sold a few land deals regularly through like MLS because I'm an agent out here in Arizona. And then I've wholesaled a couple of deals, but I usually had a really good friend of mine. His name is Anthony Pappas. He focuses on land. But usually it's like, hey, does it have utilities? Do you know if it's on the 5-year or 10-year plan? Is that something you would be aware of?
The 5-year or 10-year plan?
Yeah. So the cities will start putting out there like whether or not they're developing around it and what those projections look like. So sometimes that helps. Like the shorter the plans are for a city to develop around it, the more lucrative the land is, right?
Okay. So have you done any comps or anything on these particular plots?
No, not quite yet. I first called to see
Okay.
the opportunity. Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of County Island land around this area. These 3 happen to be City of Phoenix, but they are all around county.
Mm-hmm.
And so there is no 5-year, 10-year plan. There's always easements that are kept in place for utilities.
Mm-hmm.
And once they have those, they're not going to get rid of them because, who knows, 50 years from now, maybe fire rips through there, God forbid, and decimates everything. And then they just decide to do something different with the land.
Sure.
But as it stands right now, there is no plan, and there never will be, to run like sewer lines. They did run water through some areas. Water is run to this one. Because this one is City of Phoenix, or these 3 are City of Phoenix, water does run the length of these. Because and it used to just come up to the corner.
Yeah.
Of those 3 lots, it came up to the northwest corner. But they built a new house directly north of the eastmost lot. And so the water has been run all the way through. That's not a problem. There is power. I mean, obviously there's houses very close by.
Yeah.
So all surrounding all of this.
Yeah.
And the beauty of these lots, you have pavement. The majority of homes and lots in this area are on dirt roads.
Yeah.
But you have pavement on these, so
Mhm.
that makes this even more valuable, which is why they're selling for like 350,000 for an acre, acre and
Gotcha.
a half, there's somewhere around there. So
Yeah. Okay. So this is the total package for all lots then though? Is that what you're saying? Trying to understand.
what do you mean the price?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Are you on the MLS?
I
There
just-
are 3 individual.
Okay. Yeah, I just clicked on the MLS right now. It says
Okay, there
parcel.
are 3 lots. There are 3 owners.
Mm.
They are all siblings, but they each own their own portion. And back when, 20 some odd years ago, the sister who owns the middle lot thought that they were going to build a house on it.
Mm.
And at that point, things were much less developed at that point.
Mhm.
So when they split everything, she got a flagpole lot.
Oh.
So you'll see the flagpole on there. And now if somebody were to come in and buy all 3, which I do have a couple developers who are looking at doing that,
Mhm.
then they can obviously combine everything and then resplit
Mhm.
so that you're not doing a subdivision, but it could easily be 4 1 acre because it's R43. So you have to have at least an acre, and you can split this into 4 1 acre lots. It comes out to 4 and change. Or, I'm sorry, 1 and change as far as the lots go.
Okay. Got it. So
So
forgive.
that would be a great investment.
Got it. Okay. So I think you said that these acreage lots are selling in the 300s, but yours is listed in the 500s.
No, $350 per acre.
Ah, okay. Thank you for
And these
clarifying.
are 1.5 acre lots. I'm using round numbers, but it comes out to 4.5. So if you figure you've got 3 lots,
Mm-hmm.
it's 4.5 acres. It's about
Mhm.
1.5.
Got it. Okay. That makes sense. And you said you have another developer who's looking at these properties. What's stopping them from just sending you an offer now?
He's got a $2 million house that he's trying to sell.
Oh yeah.
Now, update this week, I have another developer friend who's a small potatoes guy compared to this other one, but they are friends.
Mm-hmm.
And he called me about it, and I said, well, why don't the 2 of you go in together?
Mm-hmm.
And then, you take your smaller portion, but if you buy it all together, and then you can divide it up however you want. And then I spoke with the big developer's agent on that, who liked the idea. And so they're talking about that.
Mm.
I also have on the westmost lot, just as is, I have a pilot who wants it. He wants to put a house on it with one of the semi-custom builders. So I keep hearing from that guy.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking at it. They're coming up with options.
Yeah.
He keeps coming back to this place.
Yeah.
So just people in general. This week, I think whoever I spoke with the other day, that was the day that the other developer called the small guy. And we said, well, why don't you guys just do it this way? So they were all excited about that. I haven't heard anything, but I know that they're careful and they're going to take a look at it and then come up with something. I'm not going to hear anything until I hear something. It's not going to be like we're putting it together.
Yeah. Okay. So your advice on these lots, it's best likely to just buy them all together, especially an investor like myself, and then realign them to be 1 acre lots. And then the highest and best use for these lots, in your opinion, is to do like custom homes.
Well, what would another option be?
No, I'm just reiterating to make sure that I heard, like I told you, my land experience is not great. I know a lot of people who do land banking where they'll just buy and sit until they see, there's going to be movement, or if there's like strong city plans, like I was mentioning before, if it's on a 5-year plan, if it's on a 10-year plan, they'll bank those pieces of lots and wait until those plans are more in place, and then they'll start shopping out their land, right? So
Got it. So with these lots, you have very few acre lots that are lots in general
Mm-hmm.
to build custom, semi-custom homes on.
Yeah.
There's no HOA.
Yeah.
But there's very few left in this area in general, whether it's County Island, City of Phoenix, Scottsdale, Cave Creek. There is not a lot of dirt left. And so that's that whole supply and demand.
Mm-hmm.
We are at, when I look at the comps, our prices are right there at, for what has already sold.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of, we're going to get it, but dirt gets more expensive the longer it sits, unlike a house. And so the only thing that could really change the price, there's some commercial land in the area very close by. So as that gets developed, that could raise the price of these lots. When is that going to happen? Who knows? I know that one of them is now for sale. One of those it's the northeast corner of Cave Creek and Carefree Highway
Mm-hmm.
is for sale right now for commercial. And then there's a few others that are even a little bit closer, like just east of Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on, what happens with those,
Mm-hmm.
there's a good chance that would raise the price. But when?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine on that.
Okay. Fantastic.
So buy and hold might be something, but I know that these builders, there's less to look at. There's less out there. And the fact that this has concrete or pavement.
Paved roads, yeah.
Because I sold my house that was on dirt, and it was on dirt for like an eighth of a mile.
Mm.
But, when you have a garage that will hold 12 cars, no car collector, and mine was more for toys and other things,
Sure.
but car collectors who want that kind of garage space
Mm-hmm.
cannot have dirt.
Yeah.
So you just kill a big portion of the market. So the fact that this has pavement access direct
Mm-hmm.
makes it very valuable.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially, yeah. And the little I know about development of land, sometimes you said that this is City of Phoenix, I think you said.
Yes.
I know sometimes they make you do certain things when you're developing, like pave the roads. So it's like stuff that you wouldn't have to necessarily include in your budget. So,
Yeah. So some of and a lot of the builders out here just do that. In fact, the small builder who is now calling his buddy has the $2 million house that he's trying to sell.
mm-hmm.
Every time he does something in County Island, he puts gravel down. He's not told to. It's County Island. You can do whatever you want.
Right.
But he does it because it keeps the dust down, and he's not going to go through the cost of paving it, but he will put the cost in there to put the gravel down, and it just cuts down the dust, and people buy it because of that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Well, thanks for clarifying for me. I'm going to reach out to my good friend Anthony and say, okay, based on the developers we know, should we try to take this on together? What price makes sense based on where the market is going? And, I am aware that if a house is in really wonderful condition, $2 million or more for custom homes, I mean, they get snatched right off the MLS right away if they're in pristine condition, right? So I'm curious what your friend's situation is on the $2 million house. Do you know if it was a custom build or is it something that?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely custom. There's a wash on the property, which this is Cave Creek. You are in the foothills, and for every acre of land, you're going to have a wash.
Mm-hmm.
And so a couple of people have not liked the fact that the back end and I think it's like just over an acre, but the back end of it is a wash. And they don't like that. Well, you know what? Then you don't want to live in this area, because I've owned many homes in that area,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a wash.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're aware, because you said you don't have a whole lot of, you may know this, you may not. You can do whatever you want to with the water, I mean, within limits.
Yeah.
But you cannot change where it enters and where it leaves. So now this is just on, if you figure it's a perfect rectangle,
Mm-hmm.
it's on one short end and it just runs through there. The developer they've got riprap, so it's not going to wash away or anything like that, but they can't put trees. And it seems that people don't like looking at that. Like, well, you've got a lot of people coming here from California and other places, and this is what it is.
Yeah. That's interesting. Mm-hmm.
It's Cave Creek. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Well, it's been lovely to talk to you. Is this the market that you focus on in this area?
I'm very well acquainted with this area. I grew up here in the Phoenix area.
Mhm.
I've left a few times, but I've been back for a while and I'm not going anywhere. So I can work the entire area. I understand a lot, but this is the area that I have focused on to live in.
Yeah.
And the area that I know probably the best as far as like, if you want to talk expansive soil, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have it in this area, but radon, all of those things, I can point to a lot of different things.
Yeah. That's
So
cool.
there you go.
Very wonderful. Well, thank you so much for spending the time with me. Like I said, I'm going to go back and see what makes sense. And then I'll get back to you if maybe we can send you an offer. Are these lots the only opportunities you have right now?
These are the only lots that I have at this time. Yeah.
Okay. And then just so that you're aware, I do have like a private money lender per se who does a lot of lending for development. So if we can't come to terms, but you guys will consider developing yourself, let me know how maybe I can help you in that regard.
Terms to developing it ourselves as far as my sellers developing the land?
Well, I think you mentioned that you have a developer friend who was telling you, why don't you guys just buy it and then essentially relot it for the 4 pieces and then maybe build on it. I'm not quite sure how far you guys were going to take it, or maybe I misunderstood what you were explaining.
No, that would be, I've got one builder who's a small potatoes and I've got one who is much larger, and the two of them are friends. And so they are considering buying it together.
Them together. Forgive me. I thought it was you. Okay. I think I misheard. Mhm.
No, I got enough dirt. I don't need any more.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That sounds good.
All right. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. You too. Bye-bye. Okay. I'm curious here. I don't know shit about land, guys. I know a little bit about little bit, and that was all I could muster through that call. If that shows you when you don't know anything, you just start asking questions. I'm pretty sure I was pretty annoying asking all the questions. But how kind was she? Wasn't she super sweet? Like, you may or may not know this. Like, those are the ways that she was like talking to me and communicating with me. And that's somebody who is a very kind person to talk this way. So that was really cool. All right. Let's see something. I'm trying to figure out, where do I leave my notes? All right. We finally had somebody answer, which is great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 calls left. Really called, but this is sold. Agent has another property in the same community. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go look this up to see what's the other property. In the meantime, please write down your note or your questions in the comments. Let me know what is itching. The pick the brainers. Where are you? I know you guys have tons of questions. Let's see how I can help. All right. Oh, this is super cute. In Buckeye, of course. This is pending. Octavia Valencia. Is that who I was supposed to call? No, it's supposed to be a Jen Clark. I wonder if she had the buyer. Oh, maybe she had the buyer. Oh, let's hope she has the buyer. 632. Hi, you're live on YouTube.
Oh, hi.
That's Layla. Call failed. Let's try again. I am live on YouTube calling. But yeah, well, if you have a question, what you have a house problem? Well, come over here so that people don't look at me weird because I'm not talking on the phone.
I have all kinds of problems.
I told you guys I'm a No One Left Behind challenge. Yep, see, that's you. You're live on YouTube and on Instagram. What's happening? What's your problem? Welcome to therapy, house therapy. How can I help you?
So I'm a new investor. I'm supposed to close on a house today, sub 2.
Okay.
I've had issues with the sellers on 2 days ago. The husband went to the bank to get a loan on a vehicle and told him how he was selling the house.
Oh.
The bank advised him against it. So he had messaged the title company, who I had just talked to in the morning. All was fine to close today. And so she emailed me that, that he's having an issue.
Where is this at?
Nebraska.
Okay.
So I called the homeowner, got him calmed down right away. I said, of course the bank doesn't want you to do this because I'm not paying them, and I'm paying you. So all was fine. The husband and wife are getting divorced. Yesterday, the title called the wife, and the wife is having issues because I'm taking over sub 2. I'm doing a lump sum at closing that's going for a second, like a lien on the property, a second loan through a credit union. So I was going to pay that off. And then in 6 months or whenever I sold the house, whatever soon, the closest, I would pay the remaining $14,000 or whatever the number was. Well, they're getting divorced.
Right.
And
So they're the most pleasant people to work with.
No, they've been fine, but they're only in their 60s, but they're act like they're 90. So it's been constant hand holding, and I'm new, so that doesn't help. But so they've been fighting over this $14,000. I'm like, listen, there's nothing I can do. I can't be in the middle. So anyway, she.
Why are they fighting over the $14,000 that you have to pay off?
Because they each want it, basically. And I'm like, I'm not. We have 6 months to deal with that. Who cares? Let's just get this closed.
Okay.
But she expressed concern to title yesterday. So this morning I wake up and I have an email from title saying both parties have expressed concerns. And since it's a sub 2, I don't feel comfortable going forward with this. You've done nothing wrong. But I'm afraid they could come after my title company or something if they're unhappy. So I've talked to them both.
She's not wrong.
Okay. So I talked to the wife first today, and she was like, I don't care, just give them the money, let's just close. I talked to him today and he was like, okay, fine, whatever, let's just close.
Okay.
So I had them both on board. Well, then he called me back and said, and I said, I explained I had a lot of money in it already with all the inspections and stuff. I said, if you cancel now, because then he was like, well, I'm just going to cancel. The wife's too hard to deal with.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if you cancel, we have a legal binding contract. You're going to have to pay me and, this and that. So, and I had said $1,000 is what I had in. So then the next conversation, well, I'll just pay you your $1,000. And I was like, shit. I'm like, well, it's not going to be that easy.
Is it like a super sweet deal?
Yes, it is. I have a lot of money that I could be walking away from, and I don't want to.
Okay. So it's got a lot of equity.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So the thing about sub 2s is that it's a marriage. You're getting married with these sellers.
Well, but my intention is to fix it. It's kind of a hoarder house, to clean it up and sell it. So really, I'm not planning on hanging on to the mortgage.
This is a subtail.
Yeah, so they have nothing to lose.
So why can't you give them some money now? Because
our original contract was that I was going to give them $10,000 at closing and the remaining $36,000 when in the 6 months or when I sold the house. Well, the day after we signed the purchase agreement, I get a frantic phone call from the wife that she conveniently forgot she had this
$14,000
this $32,000 lien.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, shit. And I talked to title and said, does it have to be paid off? Could I sub to it? She said, no. So I said, okay. I said, I'll take care of that at closing then. So I'm going above and
Wait,
beyond.
what kind of lien is it?
It's through a credit union.
Okay. Does Nebraska allow agreement for sales?
I have no idea.
Okay. I don't know that either. Does somebody know out here whether or not you can do an agreement for sale in Nebraska? Because my morning is going great. Thank you, Barry Bay on Instagram. And hello there, Monica from Dallas, Texas. This is, okay, so if I were in your shoes, how would I close on this? And I would say close on an agreement for sale and set up a payment to that credit union because the deed wouldn't transfer. So that way you can give them cash now and agree to take that over sub 2. Now, if this title company can't do that, then maybe you just need to choose a different title company.
This title company has washed their hands of us. She will not deal with us. She
okay.
made that perfectly clear.
Okay.
And the seller, the wife did call already today, and that's what she got.
So let's first find out, can you do an agreement for sale in Nebraska, or land contract is another way of saying it. So once we know that, then I would say close that way. That way there's no red flags about the deeds and whatnot. And even if there are, you can still negotiate with the bank. So let's say the due on sale happens. The worst thing happens. They're going to give you time to satisfy that loan, because the worst thing that can happen to a bank is that now they have to go through the foreclosure process. They have to pay a trustee and all the lawyers that make money off of it, versus just working with you to say, hey, I'm just here to almost like a lease option. Technically, you can kind of make an agreement for sale. Land contract can work like a lease option. It's an executory contract, so that way you're not transferring the deed. Okay.
Yeah. So let me just make sure that
but don't do it as an ovation.
Okay.
Don't do it as an ovation when you have money that you need to put into a deal. I almost lost my ass doing it that way.
Okay. So I just want to make sure you're clear. So I have a first mortgage with a big company. That's what I was going to take over. And then the second.
With the small company.
Yes.
But they're really slow.
Okay.
You could even, like, let's say they call the due on sale. No problem. We'll pay you in about 90 to 180 days.
So I should make the agreement that I'll take over that second loan too, and give them some cash today.
Yeah, because you're going to swap it instead. So
So-
now instead of paying that $32,000 with this credit union, is it $32,000? Did I get that right? Now you can use that to satisfy some of what you're going to owe them. And here's why I say some and not all of it. Because if you satisfy it completely, what you're going to pay them at closing, they might make it a living hell for you while you're owning it, trying to get more but if you have them on the hook that you still owe them more money when you close, it keeps them more engaged on being,
So
on
how
par.
much should I give them? Because it's only 14,000
So
difference
So you were supposed to give them 14,000 at closing after you flip?
at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's 14,000, hang on one second, it got a little loud. So for 14,000, I would say give them $5,000 each, maybe, or maybe even 4,000 each.
So because now they're going through a divorce, if I didn't mention that. So they're fighting over this 14,000. Is there like a legal way of, does it have to be half and half? And because I just keep saying, I don't want to be in the middle and I don't know who the check has to be made to. So you guys are going to have to figure that out.
Yeah, actually, that is a problem. That's a problem that, in fact, have they already filed for divorce?
Mm-mm.
They haven't filed for divorce. Okay. So it's best if you come up with an agreement. You be the judge for them. If you let them do that, you're giving them too much power. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you're allowing them to dictate how your conversations are going if they're having this petty situation right
But
now.
I mean, legally today, since they both own the house, don't they both need to be on that check?
Yes.
Yes.
Legally today.
Okay.
Mhm.
But if I write it up and so that however they agree, if they're both getting half and half, then I can write the check out separately.
Yeah, at that point, hopefully they haven't filed a divorce and you
Yeah,
can
no,
still
they
help
haven't.
that. Yeah. The minute they file a divorce, it's going to muck up your
Yes. Yeah,
That
no,
your
they're
deal.
in
So-
no hurry for that.
right. So you need to close this before they file divorce, because now filing a divorce makes it more difficult to run it like through title, because then you'll need a title company may not even do it until there's a divorce decree. A divorce decree says, here's how you're going to settle all your debts and assets as a couple. And so if title may wait to get that before they feel comfortable closing on a deal of a couple that's divorcing.
Okay. And what if the seller, because the last conversation, he was like, well, I'm just going to keep the house. The wife is being too much of a pain. And it was like, well, you can't afford it. And that's why, you were selling. Well, I'll just figure it out. And I said, well, there's going to be consequences. We have a legal binding contract and I'm not okay with that. So what should I be telling him?
Well, this is when you just have to get good at your negotiations, which sounds like you've reoriented back to the contract, which is great. I think by being able to give them some cash now versus later, I think that might help solve some of these problems.
Okay. And then don't worry about that second because we have some time.
Correct.
But I should be
But
taking
again,
over the payment.
You're not doing it on a deed transfer. So that second likely won't be a problem right now.
But I still go through title and they set up the contract.
You still
for
do
deed.
a land. Yes. You still want an attorney reviewing your documents, all the good stuff that comes from title.
Okay.
Yeah. Got it?
I think so.
All right, then.
I do have one question. So today is the end of the contract, basically. Like we were supposed to close today.
Right.
So
But you're not the non-performing party.
exactly.
But if title has dropped it, now you have to go find another title company.
Exactly. Yeah.
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 Nebraska.
I do have some contacts. So.
Okay, cool.
And title did give me somebody and said she would help and
Okay.
stuff too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
If anything, this has just been a really great learning experience, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't want to just walk away. What
No, girl, we didn't get into this to just learn. Of course, you want to make profit for sure.
Yes. What would a number be? Because I said I was going to take some time to cool down and call my attorney and stuff. What would a number I say? Like if he's like, I just don't want to sell, what would a number be that I give him? Well, then you have to, my attorney said 20 grand or something,
Oh, I see. Because he's not performing.
Mm-hmm.
And he might go back and say, okay, well, sue me. And then you file this pendants. And then we put our big girl pants on and we actually file this pendants.
I do have a memorandum on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, because that was my thought too today. Well, maybe he talked to somebody else and somebody else offered him more money or something all of a sudden. And that's part of his.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I think as long as you've done all the things that protect you, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, then. There you go, guys. Live, in action, house therapy. Just kidding. I don't know if that was house therapy, but anyway. If you guys had a better plan than what I gave her, please drop it in the comments and let me know. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name? I forgot to ask. Like, we went right into the problem solving.
I'm Stacy Mix from Minnesota.
And how would people get a hold of you to do deals with you in Minnesota? Wait, you said Nebraska. Now you're giving me Minnesota?
Yes, I live in Minnesota, but found this property in Nebraska. My email is probably the best. It's Stacy, STACIE, pays cash @gmail.
Pays cash like this?
Yep.
@gmail.com. All right, guys. Go spam her.
Thank you.
All right. Trompeta said, let's go. All right, let's see here. Isaac, we are working on those deals, buddy. Thank you for sending those opportunities. So Tammy, the gal on my team, and I'll probably connect you guys. She says she thinks she has a deal for both the Glendale and the Gilbert house. So super excited. I'll keep you posted. All right. Love hearing new things. Well, good, Carla. I'm happy that you were able to hear that. Okay. So this is a Buckeye opportunity. People are rolling in right now. Let's see, 62. Oh, this is the number that didn't work. Let me see if maybe I can get a better number. But this doesn't make sense. What questions do you guys have? What's a different way I could ask that? Like, what's been noodling? What's the noodle in your What's the noodle thought you've had? Oh, let's see. Okay, there's only one person with this name. Trying to see if I can find her number because the number that I'm calling isn't working. Let me try calling this number one more time because the other one looks like an office number. 21251.
Hello?
Hi, is this Jen?
It is.
Hey, Jen, this is Ingrid Hernandez from Real Broker. I had one of my my callers contact you about your a property on 246 Lane, but it looks
Yes,
like it's
yes,
sold.
yes.
Yeah. So you have another property in that community, you said?
I have several properties, and I'm so sorry. I'm in the middle of ordering my coffee. Can you hold for just a second?
I can. I can.
Okay, thank you.
She's in the drive-thru ordering her coffee. I mean, that's how you start your day, people. I'm all branded Starbucks. I'm trying to stop drinking from their plastic cups, though. Their paper cups are technically plastic cup, if you didn't know. Billions of microplastics, right? In that hot coffee. Why didn't anybody tell me that my hair is like all over the place here? All right, we'll see when she comes back. I'm gonna ask her, what did she order? What's your?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
No worries. What'd you order?
Cold brew, hazelnut cold brew with cold foam.
Oh, you're like my husband. I wouldn't be able to remember those drinks. I just always get.
I totally forgot I had a lab draw this morning at 9:30, and I had to fast, and so I didn't get my coffee this morning.
Oh, girl. Well, I'm Colombian. I tell people you don't understand. I actually had coffee in my bottle, and that's not hyperbole. That's the like legit what happened when I was like 2-3 years old. Well, they put a lot of milk in it, but they teach you to drink coffee quite early.
Oh my goodness. I didn't start drinking coffee until well into my 40s. So
Oh yeah. Wow. I can't imagine waiting
Yeah.
that long for the delicious
I know.
darkness. Okay. So what's interesting, I'm helping with a deal in Buckeye right now.
Sorry.
No,
I'm
no.
out the window.
No, don't worry. Go for it.
623-221-2512.
She's grabbing her drink, guys. These are
Thank
always
you.
fun. The funnest.
For you? I am so sorry.
You're totally fine. Trust me, if there's anybody who empathizes with getting your coffee order, it's me. You're good.
Thank you so much. You too. Okay. I am all done now.
Oh, wonderful. I'm more of an
I'm driving now.
Americano with heavy cream, Nice little medium roast. Mm-hmm.
I do order that in the wintertime, but it's so dang hot. There's no way I could do a hot coffee in the mornings anymore.
Yeah, I still drink. I think I like the ritual of it where it's like warm and then you just
And
drink it.
frothy on the top.
Well, I don't know about the frothiness,
Yes.
but I love my creamy, heavy cream stuff in my coffee. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
and then my husband makes it, so that's always a plus for me too.
How sweet.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for taking my call. We have callers, and I'm an investor and a licensed person out here in Arizona. I actually have a property that I'm selling out in Buckeye today. Like I like to serve a lot of families who may have a more difficult time getting like a normal loan.
Okay.
We've been able to help 3 families in the last few months now buy in Buckeye. Cause I mean, you might be aware of this, right? Where like, there's a lot of houses for sale in Buckeye. And some of them are not selling. So what we've seen is that there's been opportunities to have those sell it to families, through a process called a wrap, or like a wraparound sale. And we've been able to do that and get these houses sold in a more creative manner.
Okay.
So I'm just curious for the I don't even think I have the address of the other property. I don't see it on here. They didn't put it in my notes.
Okay, so I work for a builder, of course, and
Oh.
we have several homes in Buckeye in our Village at Sundance community.
Mm.
The one that your person called about, it did get sold, and it's supposed to close in August. So I have a handful of homes that are move-in ready, meaning like they're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on how you're paying for them,
Mm.
we can do cash prices.
Mm.
If you're doing your own financing, you can just come in and say, hey, I'd like to put say my home is listed for $400,000, but you don't need any of the rate buy downs and the closing costs.
Right.
You can come in and say, you know what, we'll take it. Would you take $380 for it?
Yeah.
And then I go to my manager. He goes, yep, let's do it.
Okay. How many homes do you have that are available this way?
I am down to my last 19 lots.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, I've got lot 7, lot 22, 24, 48. So I've got 5 move-in ready homes that are good to go and can close within 30 days.
Okay. So 5 move-in ready, but you have 19 lots that are yet to be built on?
Well, we're building them. It's
Mhm.
just, we've started all of our lots with the exception of 1. So yeah, we're down to our last 19.
Gotcha. Okay. The reason I was asking, and I have a friend who has good connections with a hedge fund, and this hedge fund has been buying properties from builders if they're already nearing. And I'm a super novice at this, so forgive me if I speak out of turn. But where a builder won't be able to get their second phase or their third phase money until the first phase or second phase money is already satisfied. So sometimes builders will sell at a discount so that they are able to get to the next level of the cash that they're trying to get to and continue developing. So this hedge fund has recognized that there's a lot of builders who are willing to take a loss or willing to take a cut just so that they can get to their next phase of money, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to understand what your builder situation might look like and if maybe this fund may be able to buy quite a few all at once.
So, it's just I would want you to see what we have, right? And then go from there.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. May I send you my email? I'll text it to you. If you have some of that information, what I'll do is I'll talk to my partner, Jamil, and Jamil can tell me whether or not that's something that the hedge fund would be interested in. And then maybe we can come up with some numbers.
Sounds good. Yeah, send me the information. And then, like I said, absolutely.
Okay. And by the way, thank you for being so friendly. You didn't even drink your coffee and you were so nice to me. So really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I hope you have a wonderful day. And then again, I'll text you my email and then we'll go from there. Okay.
All right.
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day. Bye-bye. All right. Finally, a call. That was a builder. Now, by the way, I would never have known to pitch that unless I paid attention to Jamil during the No One Left Behind challenge. So it's pretty amazing how when you get around high-level people and people doing business, how much more you can soak up and it can help you potentially create more opportunities. So that is what we'll do on that one. Thank you, Richard. Thank you for saying my hair is great. I'm just saying I had a lot of flies up here. Nobody told me. I didn't realize. Christina says she's Puerto Rican and she's been drinking coffee since she was 7. That's good. Literally, I beat you to that one. Thank you, Chris Kahn. Chris Kahn said, you don't know me, but I just want to say you're awesome. I appreciate that. And then yes, Ton, the names in Arizona are wild. I don't know what Buckeye. Well, I think Buckeye is like a plant in Ohio. It's weird. I'm sure we got a lot of Ohio transplants here. Trompeta asks, do you invest? I think you meant in Cali. Well, I'm from Cali, Colombia, but I think you mean California. And I think my answer to that is it just depends. I would consider California, but it has to be a pretty sweet deal. I mostly focus on investing in Arizona, and then I am in a partnership in Ohio and West Virginia area where we work together on flips and lease option deals out there. And so those are the deals that I work on as well. So, all right, let's see who the next victim is. I'll let my team know. By the way, I'm struggling to leave notes in this CRM period. Would love to know how I'm supposed to do it the right way. All right. Since not very many people have answered, I don't think it would be that difficult for me to get it together. Globe. I think people don't know what Globe is. We have a lead in Globe. My husband's from Globe. Nobody goes to Globe. What deal is this? Washburn. All right. Globe is a little mining city in North Arizona. This actually expired. It's land. They're way overpriced. Mobile home previously was there, has been removed. There's water and electric already running and was ran on propane. Interesting. Is everybody else working? Getting all what you guys can't see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all around. I'll bet you they're all doing emails and W-2 stuff. Am I wrong? Am I right? Yeah. Oh, I'm right. Yeah. I get that for sure. I'm working a consulting job right now, and I stayed up till I think past 4 a.m. this morning, trying to finish up a project. I was like, as much as I love you guys, it doesn't leave me a lot of time to get that stuff done. So, but it's the only week that it really happens every month. So that's what I tell my brain. I'm like, brain, you slept enough. You are good to go. You're fine. Ingrid, you're fine. But I may have to go to bed early tonight. Yeah. Busy RN said, I also had coffee in my baby bottle. I think it was a toddler, but maybe I was a baby. I don't remember that part. Thank you. Very sweet. Yes. Globe is a mining town. My husband's grandmother, who I loved dearly, her name was Margaret. Margaret was one of the first women to work for the mine. And she would drive these trucks where the tire is as big as a home. And I'm not exaggerating. Like if you were to go stand next to it, like you would look like a little miniature, I don't know, like a little miniature figure. Like think of those little plastic soldiers. This would be the tire and this would be you right here. How big those tires were. Anyways, she was amazing. She would tell me that she passed away in 2016. So that's why I'm talking to her and back reference. But she would be in the truck knitting, waiting for them to load it and do whatever they needed to do so that she could get going. And I was like, how sweet is that? Like knitting or reading. She's still very, feminine lady while she was, helping keep her family on track by working for the mine. So she was a trailblazer and doing it the best she could in the Margaret way. So I always adored her. She was so cool. All right, let's see here. All right, okay. I have to do a little bit of agent stuff right now. So I have this property, or we have this property. My killer team has this property in Buckeye, where let's see here, where we found a family that wants to buy it, but of course it's under contract with us with creative terms, and so this other family is ready to buy it, and we're somewhat coaching them through it because we're not agents on it, no fiduciary, but the seller will essentially wrap it to our buyers. Here we go. So I have to schedule a time today, and it's been really difficult to get this put together. Okay, now I gotta let the agent know that I scheduled it. Okay, sent. All right, guys. Good morning, watching NOLB virtually. Awesome. Are you going to follow up with Maria sometime today? Is Maria going to follow up with me sometime today? I called her. I text her. She got to call me. I'm the hot girl in this situation. Just kidding. He started laughing. Okay. All right. I'm not calling on this Globe one. I'm sorry. I said it. I'm just not. It's a land. I can already tell it's overpriced and it's already expired. Oh, I am going through the calendar. I would set them up. The dialer makes it easier to enter notes without leaving the screen. I can show you. Okay. I am using my cell phone. Okay, Agni Mitra. All right. 480. Next agent.
Hi, this is Agni Mitra from Keller Williams, Arizona Realty. Please leave a brief. Hello, Agni at Keller Williams.
Hi, Agni. This is Ingrid Hernandez. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I love that accent you got going on this phone call. Where are you from?
How can I help you? I'm originally from India.
India. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I totally had it wrong in my head. Interesting. I'm calling about this property you have on Extension Road, that unit 113. My team had called you about the possibility of us buying it. So I was just calling to touch base with you because I want to be transparent. I'm an investor agent, and so normally I'm buying to either add to my portfolio or seeing about getting families into properties like this. So,
Of course.
so tell me, it's so cute. It seems like it's priced well. What do you think is stopping it from getting it sold?
Pretty much just the market, I think, because a lot of people have been on the verge of making an offer, and for whatever reason, either like in one case, I'll share you a funny story.
Yeah.
The mom didn't like the area, so she said, "If you're gonna buy that, I'm not gonna help you."
Really?
Yeah, like what?
Wow.
So because he really liked the place and he liked the area because it's right across from a park and everything. So
Yeah.
and it backs up to the Montessori school, which is really literally like in their parking lot. So if you just go out the parking lot, it's right there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the mom didn't like, but apparently she gave the ultimatum: if you buy this, I'm not going to help you. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
mom. Yeah.
Well, if you lived in Arizona long enough, you know that area off of Extension sometimes is a little, a little hairy.
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah, and I get that.
Yeah.
Get that. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why it's priced the way it is, right? So,
Sure.
and
Absolutely.
they've done some work. So to be fully transparent on my side, they do know that the seller does know that it needs a new water heater.
It needs a new water heater.
Is old. It works, but it is on its last leg. So
Gotcha.
it does need a new water heater, and for the right offer, she's willing to take care of that. So yeah.
Got it. Okay. What? So they maybe don't have the means to take care of it now. Is that the problem? Like, are they out of funds?
Yeah, they're losing money every month, and
Mm,
so they are willing to. They have to bring money to the table. So
Yeah.
they bought it high, so so they have to bring money to the table, and they're aware of that,
mhm.
and they're okay with that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they're just trying to minimize the loss. That's
Got it. Do you happen to know like how much they pay for their mortgage every month on this one? Because I'm looking in Monsoon. It looks like they took out a mortgage for more than what their house is being sold at right now. So I'm just
Correct.
curious.
Correct. Exactly. So it is very close to who's asking. Actually, it's about I think 215 is what their balance is at. I
Oh,
believe.
215. Gotcha. Okay, so they owe 215. Do you happen to know what their monthly payment is on it?
I don't know, but I believe when they looked at it with the HOA and the rent, which would bring, they had a rental analysis done by a property management company,
Mm-hmm.
which I think the area and that complex for that particular thing it's around 1,300. It would be very a tight squeeze. So
Yeah.
that's why they're selling it.
It would be a tight
so
squeeze.
That gives you an idea as to what
Got it.
their monthly it'll be a little bit more than 1,200, I would imagine.
Got it. Okay. So their monthly mortgage is above 1,200, and so they wouldn't cash flow if they were having to just put it as a rental.
Correct. Yeah,
Mm.
it didn't make sense.
Got it.
So they just sell it.
I mean, it's still if their mortgage is, I'll say, below $1,500, it may
Right.
still work. So, if you're okay, I would love to talk to you a little bit about myself. So I'm a licensed investor out here in Arizona. I used to do a lot more retail stuff, but now I make my husband do it. Now I focus on investments. People tell me like, "Oh, how do you guys do it together?" I go, "My husband doesn't even know we bought a house until he looks at my Instagram stories." So
That's funny.
he lets me make the decisions. He knows I run the numbers, right? So
Right.
anywho, so for a property like this, Agni, what we would do is when it doesn't cash flow like this, but it's so close to rents, this is when I find like a family that would be able to pay you for part of your commission. They'll pay me for the service of consulting and putting this deal together. And then they end up just paying on behalf of the seller so that the seller doesn't lose any money. Maybe they don't make money, but they don't lose money either, right? They wouldn't have to like bring money to the table to close, as an example. Because
Right.
this property is in Mesa and it's, it's around where I have a lot of buyers in demand. Like I may be able to find somebody who would, because to your point, right? I like cash flow. I'm an investor, but if I can help
Right.
families who would normally not be able to get a loan like this, I'll give you an example. I work with an agent who works with refugees out of Africa, and sometimes they can't. They're documented, right? But they can't get
Right.
those loans. So what
Right.
we do is we figure out how to put a deal together so that family can, still pay a relatively competitive mortgage every month. And then they don't have to go and qualify through a bank. Like we'll still do our due diligence, right? Make sure
Sure,
that
of course,
we run
yeah.
their credit, like very,
Right.
very much more like a renter. Or we can
It's
even,
a rent to own kind of program.
yes. It's like a rent to own kind of program. Yeah, for sure. So what I can do is I can dig into my list of buyers that are looking in this area right now. And if your seller's interested in hearing an offer like that, I think maybe we could put something together and make sure you and I, make some money while doing it.
Sure. Yeah. The only caveat to that is
Yeah.
that I'm assuming this is going to be a I mean, even though it's going to rent to own, you're going to make a full sale, because I have some offers where they would just take over the mortgage payment,
Uh-huh.
and that is not something they're interested in. So no subject to type of deals. They're not looking for it, because they don't want their name on the mortgage anymore. That's the only caveat to that. So
Oh,
if that is okay, then yes, then they are interested.
So-
If it is not, then they are not ready right now.
they're not ready yet. They need some more pain of having their house on the market for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So
you know what?
I-
That's okay.
Yeah, go
That's okay. I mean, we can even maybe see about a lease option scenario where they would still be responsible. But, you know, we can get somebody in there who could rent to own versus owning right now. So we could do it that way instead.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I'll find out if anybody is interested, and then if so, I can present it to them, and then
Perfect.
obviously let them make the decision. and see
Of
if they
course.
are willing to get tired of looking to sell outright, and then
Yeah.
go for something like that.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay. And then do you have anything else that maybe I should take a look at, especially anything in an original or ugly condition that I could fix up and make some money with?
Not at the moment. I am in consult with a couple of people, but they are skittish right now just because of the market. The things are sitting around, so they are not ready to put it on the market yet. I haven't. Now, which areas of town are you interested in?
Well, all over Maricopa County. So I live in the East
Okay.
Valley. I used to actually work for Keller Williams right off of Warner.
Uh-huh.
And then my business partner, who's actually a GC, he lives on the west side of the valley. So he
Okay.
prefers when I find opportunities on the West Valley, but I also like stuff over here in the East Valley. And then something we recently did is we bought a house in South Phoenix, and we converted that into it was a 4-bedroom 2-bath. We converted it to
Yeah.
an 8-bedroom 2-bath, and we'll be renting by room. So
Oh, nice.
if you have anything that's like 1,800 square feet, 1 story, and no HOA, like I would love
Right.
to see those, just because I might be able to convert them into they used to be called rooming houses. Now they're called co-living.
Right. Yeah, no, yeah, okay, I'll keep that in mind. The other thing is that, because you mentioned Maricopa County, I have a potential person who in Pinal County in Maricopa. So I know it's confusing for people who don't live over here. In Maricopa,
Yeah.
who might fit some of your requirements. I forget exactly how big that place is, but
Yeah.
would that be something of interest or not in that region?
For co-living?
For co-living or, something like this.
Well, if it's fix and flip, I would be interested. I actually used to live in the city of Maricopa for 6 years.
Okay.
Sold my house out there. We had some extra cash, and that's how I got started
Okay.
real estate investing.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I would love to take a look and see how we can help. If we can't, that's okay. But you and
Yeah.
I can kind of start learning how we can work with each other.
Okay.
Cool.
Appreciate you.
All right. Well, here's what I'll do. I'll text you my Blink card so that you know who I am. You can see a picture of me. Yeah, maybe we could put something together.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Thank you, Agni. Have a great night.
You too.
Bye-bye. Did I just say night? It's the middle of the day. I did tell you that I went to bed at 4 a.m. last night. Or this morning. So my bad. All right. So that one might be more of a lease option scenario so that his sellers would be more on board. I do have a list of buyers that want to buy in like Mesa and the East Valley, and that's where this is located. So Christina says she wants a hot girl summer with me. Okay, girl, let's do it. Are you in Arizona, by the way, Christina? I think I've seen you in my DMs before. If we have hung out, I'm sorry. Again, I'm lack of sleep right now. Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right. So for Agni, we may need to, I need to have my team look to see if we can do a lease option scenario, if we have somebody in our pipeline for a lease option. So, okay. We gotta, let's see. No, Tennessee. Oh, you're so far away. Chattanooga. Okay. I meant to say Chattanooga. Just kidding. I dream of a homestead in Tennessee with some chickens and a cow. Maybe a couple of little goat, a little creek, some grass, a little homestead. That's what I dream of in Tennessee. Christina is in sub 2, and although she shares my same last name, I don't. Mine's a married name, but we might be cousins. Right on. Well, let's get you a deal, Christina, and get you back into sub 2. All right. Let's see here. Oh, my sister joined at one point. How cool. Looking at who's got where. All right. Next call. I'm almost done with these calls. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. And one of them is the same person twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 left. 4 calls left. And if it gets too loud in here, sorry guys, things are starting to rise up with the No One Left Behind challenge, folks.
Hello,
Hi, is this Carla?
this is Carla.
Hi, Carla. My name is Ingrid. I'm calling about your property on Catalina.
Okay.
I believe you talked to one of my team members about the interest in maybe taking a cash or creative offer on this house.
Oh, I like that word, a creative offer. That's cool. That's new lingo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I like that creative offer. Yeah. I've been speaking. Yeah, I think I've been speaking to that guy.
Yeah.
He's out of Tucson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm a fix and flipper. I'm also a licensed agent out here in Arizona. I've been able to build a portfolio the last 4.5 years with creative financing. Yeah. Actually,
Nice.
I love to even teach agents how to do it themselves so that when they see an opportunity, they can, jump on it.
Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah, that's cool. Go ahead.
Oh, awesome. Well, I am wondering for your property. Oh, it's under contract.
No, yeah, well, we've had it under contract for the past 3 months, but the first sentence says accepting all backup offers, right? So we're getting a little worried. It's contingent on the buyer's house selling, and he hasn't had any offers in 3 months.
That's interesting. Where's the buyer located?
Yeah, only about 2 miles. So it's on the west side of Phoenix, in Buckeye area. It's $380,000.
Oh, seems reasonable.
380.
Yeah. And he's had no offers.
No offers.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so I'm like, okay, like what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And my sellers really want to sell. They're 3rd generation in that house.
Mm-hmm.
They're the daughters of the owner, and they want to be gone. They're like 65 years old and they're done. They just want to sell it and get the money,
Yeah. Do you know what their equity is on this?
Well, they own it.
Oh, they own it outright.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. This is a really cool area. Actually, this whole property is so cool.
Yeah, you could do a lot with it. And I mean, you see the neighbors' houses?
Yeah.
1.2 million across the street. I mean, if someone could have the vision and they could really fix it up. Honestly, if we learn these things and do some different things to it, the price would be higher.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because the way that they don't know how to decorate. Let's just be honest. They have they don't know how to design.
Mhm.
I was even thinking of doing some vintage kind of cool concept there because of that old shed.
Sorry, guys. More people are coming in. I was right by
there's
the coffee.
lots of potential there, and there's value.
Yeah, I love it. Okay. Is your backup offer like a full priced offer?
The backup offer is $650.
$650. Okay, that's a strong offer.
Well,
Interesting.
it's not so strong. Well, we have it listed at $660, right? I mean,
Well, in this market, when things aren't shaking with the interest rates, you know,
yeah.
trust me,
Good old
I have a
interest rates.
Flagstaff deal that I would love to sell. It's a home that we fully renovated. It was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and we converted it to a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and it has a permitted ADU in the back. So that's another studio, kitchenette, bathroom situation. So we started trying to sell it at 800. Our agent even told us, oh, we should go to market at 825. And I was like, no, let's go 799 and let's like make it competitive.
Yeah.
So now we're at 749. And so now I'm starting to have to get creative. The numbers actually work well for short-term rental. And I'm explaining all this to you in case you have somebody up in Flagstaff.
No, I like it. I have lots of people. I'm actually in Laguna Beach, California right now.
Oh,
And so I'm like the master networker. I know all kinds of people everywhere, and I do celebrity golf tournaments and huge events. Plus, I have a franchise. Yeah, I do a lot of different things.
Wow. Yeah, with bonus
Yeah.
depreciation is back, you know. I'd be happy to pay a higher commission if we can get this puppy sold. So
Yeah, I like the way you talk.
yeah, that's awesome.
You're funny. So, yeah, well, you can send me information on that. I'd be happy to pass it along.
Oh, I'd
I
love
have
to.
a lot of Canadian people, when they're done pouting, they realize that that America was right.
Yeah.
They want to come back. So.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll send you info. We're even willing to do something creative there too, where a strong down payment allows us to refinance, and then we'll just sell it on a wrap. So,
Okay.
Are you familiar with wraparound mortgages and such?
Not that much, honestly. You
Oh.
know, I don't want to pretend.
Oh, well,
Not
great. So
that
then
much. Yeah.
I would love to like maybe connect with you a little bit more and I could teach you how you can, you know, sell properties this way, especially if it's certain situations where it might be in the best interest of your client, or, you know, especially our hard-headed people like myself, where we just want to get a certain price point no matter what. And what we tend to say is like, hey, I'll give you your price as long as I get my terms. I bought a luxury condo out in Sedona that way, where the gal bought cash $600,000, a luxury condo, and decided she wanted to move 2 years later. And she's like, oh, I'll take a loss as long as I can still sell it for what I bought it for. Because she did some improvements in the house and whatnot. And it was on the market for $550. Still, nobody was going to go see it. And so she was quite upset. And so the agent contacted me and she's like, is there anything that we could do? And I said, I'll give her $600,000. Again, she was on market at $550. I said, but I just want my terms. So what we did is we amortized that $600,000 over 30 years. I gave her $50,000 down payment, and we're both happy. She's going to get her ultimate price at the end of the day, so she's not going to necessarily take a loss per se. And I get a reasonable payment, so now I have it as a rental. So it works out.
No, I love that. So, but when you put 50,000 down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then how soon they still get all the? Do they get paid out right away?
So what we did is, so let's say your property, the property you have on Catalina, I can make an offer. Let's say, you know, $675, just so that my offer looks more attractive, hypothetically. Well, what I would do is I would give a down payment, let's say $50,000, kind of like the scenario I have in Sedona. So then my remaining balance to that seller is $625. Okay, so at $625, we would amortize that. And let me get, I actually have a finance calculator because I'm also a nerd.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's not that I'm a nerd. I just love money. So,
Yeah, yeah.
so if I amortize
I
625,
like it.
the monthly payment would be somewhere around 1737. So
Yeah.
then now your seller gets the price they want. Now they get almost like an annuity, right? Every month they're getting this check. It may even help them mitigate taxes. I have no idea if that's your seller scenario.
I think it does. But how long
Oh,
does that go on? for?
so
Yeah.
the property in Sedona, because I'm overpaying it, I need, and you're an agent, I need time to allow me to appreciate enough where I can refinance them down between what I still owe on the pay down and what I bought it for, right? And so at 10 years, we're safe to say that in 10 years, no doubt we'll be able to refinance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I like that. But what do you do when the people are older and they don't have 10 years left of their life?
Well, what we do is we actually help them put a trust in place so that the family members they want to be taken care of after they pass away, they get those payments instead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. These people hate their family members. Yeah, I'm just honest with you. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, if you can come up with something cool, be happy to. And I'm coming out there next week as well.
We should meet when you're out here. I would love to meet you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be great. We'll do that. Let's meet. We'll talk about this.
Yeah.
If you come up with something, So here's the scenario. They have another house. The lady in charge of the trust has another house.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to move into her grandparents' house. Her boyfriend's fixed it all up.
Mm-hmm.
She's ready to move in there.
Mhm.
But there's 5 other people that are waiting for the house to sell to split it. And they call 3 times a day asking for updates,
Oh my.
even though it's contingent.
Mm.
They're
Okay.
just money hungry people, and she wants to be done.
Yeah.
If we could work out something
Yeah.
that people get some money,
Mm-hmm.
but not that long, because honestly, I mean, I don't know. They're, like I said, they're money hungry, right? So, but if we can come up with something creative, they actually are an easy sell, and they're logical. She's a logical lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she wants out. She doesn't want to sit on it anymore.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I have a lender that if I put 10% down and the seller carries another portion of it, usually like 20 to 25%, what they'll do is they'll give me a loan in first position. So at that point, let's say the house actually appraises for 650, 660. I put 10% down so that I'm satisfying my requirement. And then the seller carries a portion of that down payment. The rest is all cash that I can actually bring to the table through a loan, through a DSCR loan, which is very typical of an investor loan. And then, and I always say, by the way, I sleep with my lender because it's my husband. So he gives me good rates. So we can put a loan in place. That way there's a big chunk of cash up front. And then maybe that'll help satisfy these greedy family members that are just waiting for something to get going. So
that would be good.
okay, wonderful.
That'd be good.
Well, let me go run numbers like that. I love this
Okay.
property. I would love to add this to my portfolio. And then we can go from there. As far as your other buyer on that 380 house that they have listed, I am curious if this doesn't work out through like the deal that I think I can make happen, maybe I can see about your buyer. If you have information about that buyer and see, maybe we can help them with the creative offer there so that it allows them to buy this house.
Okay.
So I know there's plenty of deals out there, so I don't get one-itis out there where like one deal must happen. But if it can help them also, and maybe it ends up with your seller getting more money in their pocket, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I love this girl, Ingrid Hernandez. Like she helps put these deals together, does it in a way where everybody wins. Like that means you and I will do more deals.
Good job. I like it. I'll
All
be
right.
in Scottsdale next week.
Okay.
You be in touch with me, and then I'll text you as well, and we'll meet up.
Fantastic. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay.
You're welcome.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I have people clapping over here, guys. That was an awesome call. That is an awesome agent. I'm sorry. Keep. Oh, yeah. Thank you. They're keeping the people quiet in here. I know it's gonna get loud. I'm in the kitchen. People getting their coffees, their water, their stuff. People on their laptops doing their email. So you rock. I love watching you work. What are some key takeaways? What did you guys see in this call? Give me some feedback. I'm gonna get my coffee right over here. I'll be right back. Yeah, we're dealing with several people who just want cash. They're calling her several times a day. What the heck is that? Yeah. Well, I guess we don't know their financial situation either, so we can't be quick to judge. Imagine if they're like, oh yeah, I've been waiting for this to be able to go get some sort of like medical care. Like, okay. Sometimes I try to ground myself like, hey, I'm judging. There's only one judge. Calm down. You don't know what their situation is. Maybe their credit cards are maxed out. They really need some help. Who knows? So I'll try to think that that's why they're so, desperate to get an update. But this was an awesome call. The house is freaking cool. Like, I love it. It's got acreage. Like, it's not acreage, excuse me. It's just a really big property. So right now I'm looking at maybe doing a Morby method. I just have to go figure out what could I rent this property for. A Morby method allows me to get a loan in first position. There's actually a lender out of California that if you put 10% down, they'll allow a second with the seller. So I feel like doing that loan is probably the most on the up and up that you can do. So they allow that second position as long as I have skin in the game. And so that's the right way of doing a Morby method. Yes. I said 25. I said 20 to 25%. Yeah. So that there's an expectation that the seller would carry a much bigger chunk on a seller carry. Mm-hmm. So then your first position would be like 65-70%. Your second would be the 20-25% to the seller, and then the other 10 would be the skin in the game that I just put in there. So I would get a money partner, which I have a couple here in Arizona, or if anybody wants to consider partnering up with me, I would use their money to buy it. But whatever partner I get in this, they have to be good with either not getting any payments towards that cash, or if we can figure out the rental scenario, that maybe the rental would be able to pay them cash. I'd have to run numbers just to see like what makes sense. Yeah. On a property this expensive, well, the thing is that this property has a lot of land use. So I actually know someone right now who's a landscaper who would love this property because they want they not just grow, but they want a place to be able to put a lot of their oversupply of wherever they're getting their supply of plants. Yeah. And then they have trucks that they need to put somewhere. So this property would afford them all that. Although I freaking love this property. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, this property is so cool. So yeah, it's a really cool property, honestly. All right. Well, let's see. How many more calls do I have? Monica said building relationships, third-party stories. So she knows how I operate. Getting all the info easily through natural conversation. Yeah, for sure. No, this was the No One Left Behind challenge appointments. Yeah. You guys set this was the surplus of appointments. So she didn't find me. I was scheduled to talk to her. I wasn't even scheduled to talk to her until later, but so many agents weren't answering the phone that I just started going through them all. So this is a really cool chick. Now I'm meeting her next week. So, all right. Well, I am going to end this live because I drank a lot of coffee. I drank a lot of water, and I'm now over an hour ahead on my phone calls. So anyways, I appreciate everybody who was on the live. Come and join me on my Wednesday podcasts. I think I'm going to probably just do more of these calls, maybe Thursday or Fridays because it seems like we have a lot of folks who had really great questions. Thank you, Monica. So what do you call it? As you guys can see right here, my name, Ingrid with a Y, ingridhernandez.com to submit deals to me. If you want me to be your buyer, and then follow me on Instagram, INGRYD_Hernandez to keep up with all the things we have going on. By the way, if you're in Arizona, my podcast is called Explain It with Ingrid Hernandez. This Friday, we're probably going to have one of the biggest meetups of the year. So don't miss out if you're here in Arizona. Eddie Marin is he's another Arizona regional leader with me here in Arizona. He's having his weekly meetup, which is at the Spaces at the Galleria in downtown Scottsdale. He has this free meetup every Friday. But this week, we have No One Left Behind Challenge, which has like 150 people. We have the Golden Ticket event that's happening on Friday, which is another 150 people. And so as you can tell, if we're redirecting everybody there, how big this meetup is going to be, literally. And Arizona already has like 400 people in the mentorship or something like that. So it's got a lot of potential to get super, super big. So you don't want to miss out. It's going to be fun. So come and check us out this Friday at Spaces at the Galleria starting at 5 p.m. on Friday. And yeah, it's a fun week. So thanks everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for all the good vibes and positivity I'm seeing all over the place. Thank you so much. And yeah, submit your deals, follow the podcast, and we'll catch you guys next time.